Breaking out of Hollis Hall tonight. Real calls, real names, real stakes. The door that changes the season might be swinging right now. DJ Moore outbound. Allen Lazard and Breece Hall inbound. Jets and Bears filling out a blockbuster that would shake both locker rooms before Halloween. Not rumor fog. Not a fan fiction trade machine. This is a scenario serious enough that people are checking contract, fine print and travel windows, and if it hits fast. We're going to lay it out simple. The way Chicago people talk at the kitchen table. What it costs, what it fixes, what it risks, and how it looks on Sunday when the whistle blows. Before we drive this thing, do the quick team favor, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report. Ring the bell, drop a like, because when deals move this quick, the crowd that stays informed wins the week. All right, why would Chicago even take that call? Because timelines matter. Caleb Williams is the franchise and Romo Duns is growing by the quarter. That core is young, cheap, and hungry. DJ Moore is a tone setter and a pro's pro, but he's also the piece other teams overpay for when their season starts slipping. If the Bears decide the fastest way to harden the offense is to put a home run back behind Caleb and a tough, blocking first WR to help the run game and the perimeter screens, a Hall plus Lazard package at least gets a hearing. It's not sell the farm. It's do we trade a master chain mover for a thunder back and a glue wideout and then use the freed up assets to build the bully in front of the kid? That's the adult question. Football first. Picture the offense with Breece Hall wearing navy and orange. That's downhill with teeth. Outside zone that actually threatens the corner. Duo that makes linebackers sit in the mud. Play action where the safety has to choose between stepping up on a back who can house it from 40 or staying deep on a quarterback who loves the deep over. Hall changes the math on second down. He turns 2nd and 10 into 3rd and 3 if the line covers up the right guy. He makes defensive ends play honest on boot. He steals a drive or two a month just with burst and patience. You remember what a prime back does for Soldier Field in the wind. It calms games down. It shortens the night. It makes your defense meaner because they're playing 58 snaps, not 72. Now layer in Allen Lazard. Not a headline chaser, but a worker. This city respects that. He blocks like he's auditioning for right tackle. He runs the dig and takes the hit so the tight end can leak. He's the guy who turns a wide receiver screen into a real play because he erases a corner. With O'Dunn's rising and Cole Kmet living in that soft spot behind linebackers, you can live with a WR3 who helps on dirty plays and still boxes out on 3rd and medium. It's not sexy. It's steady. And steady is what young QBs grow on. Where's the pain? Easy. DJ Moore is the clean win on 3rd and 6. He is the backbone route on a day your QB is seeing ghosts. He is the guy who makes corners tap out by the 4th quarter because he blocks like it's January. You don't move that for a handshake. You only move it if the package gives you a new identity that travels in November. You only move it if the money and the draft piece line up so you can fix the line and buy Caleb easy buttons for the next 3 years. And you only move it if the locker room hears the plan and believes it. Players can handle business. They don't forgive confusion. Scheme fit, no jargon. Ben Johnson wants answers versus pressure, clean run structure, and throws that build rhythm. With Hall, your base gets clearer. Wide zone with cutback lanes, inside zone when you want to bully, duo when you want a sledgehammer, toss crack to punish corners who don't like contact. That bleeds in the play action with split flow, crosses for O'Dunn's, leaked for Kmet, and a shot or two a half when the corner peaks. Lazard, as the hard hat wideout sets the edge, sells the crack, springs the screen, and lets Rome be the one taking the pretty picture. It's grown-up football. Older fans know the look. 5 yards, 6 yards, punt them into the corner, get the ball back, do it again. What about the quarterback? This is the whole story. Caleb needs 2 things more than anything: structure and trust. Structure is the play calling. Trust is the people. DJ gives you trust. If you flip him, You have to replace trust with clarity. That means the route tree shrinks on the tough downs. That means the hot is real and the back is ready. That means your third down menu has calls that work without a superhero route. You want Caleb firing rhythm throws that get into 9 or minus 12 in the second quarter and settle the building. Hall's presence makes the safety flat foot. Lazard's block cleans the alley. And O'Dunn's becomes the I got you when you need it. It can work, but you have to install it with no ego and no lies. Depth chart today versus Sunday night after the trade. Today, DJ Moore is WR1. O'Dunn's the rising co-pilot. K-Met the safety blanket. After, O'Dunn slides into WR1 airspace. Lazard does the dirty work as W quarters, and the ball redistributes. More touches for K-Met on stick choice, more design touches for O'Dunn's on glance, more screens that feel like runs, and a back who sees 20 touches when it's cold and nasty. Rosh and Johnson still matter short yardage, pass pro, second win in the third quarter, but Hall gets the lights. On the line, the mandate stays the mandate. Build the trench. If a DJ move unlocks a picker cap to grab a right tackle who hates daylight, or a center who calls out the mic in his sleep, that's how you turn a controversial trade into a 3-year plan folks respect. Let's not duck the risk board. Risk 1, red zone. DJ is a separator. In tight kitchens, that's gold. Solution if you move him: heavy personnel, motion into bunch, rub without flags, sprint out to half the read, and a QB draw you keep in the pocket for the right whistle. Risk 2, locker room heartbeat. Solution: tell the truth to veterans on day one and back it up with a Tuesday signing that shows you're serious about helping the kid. Risk 3, optics. This city hates a white flag. Solution: win the first game after the trade by leaning into run in defense and let the scoreboard do the PR Jets angle. Quick and straight. New York wants juice now. They'd be getting a route winner Caleb already trusted here, and they'd be moving off an RB room that's heavy with talent. For Chicago, the only way this isn't lopsided is if the return is built like a bridge. Hall as the engine, Lazard as the lug nuts, plus a pick or flexibility that turns into trench help. If the math is just starve for parts, pass. If the math is re-gear the offense and make life simple for the rookie QB, then you at least hear the whole pitch. Signs to watch if this is real and close. Practice squad shuffles at WR and RB. Emergency workouts for a depth guard or center. Snap tweaks that telegraph more two-tay groups. And pressers where coaches talk more about identity than explosives. That's the breadcrumb trail when a team is mid-pivot. All right, family, here's my take with the mic still hot. I love DJ Moore. I love how he plays. I love what he teaches. Without talking, finish your block. Win the route, help the kid. My line is simple. I only do this if 3 things hit. 1. The Jets pay real value, none of this player swap and vibe stuff. You need a pick or cap space that becomes an offensive lineman who starts for 3 years. 2. Breece Hall has to be healthy and featured no half measure. If you bring him, he's the bell cow. Otherwise, don't bother. 3. The messaging to the room has to be perfect. This is a pivot, not a surrender, and the plan shows up on Sunday with pads, not on PowerPoint. Meet those, I'll live with the trade and ride with the build. Miss any, and I'd rather keep DJ and grind wins the old-fashioned way. Your turn, be honest, like a Chicago foreman. Do you take Hall and Lazard if it costs more only if there's a real pick attached, or is DJ the line you refuse to cross? If you do it, what's the first thing you buy with the saved cash or added pick right tackle? Center or a pass rush piece to finish gains? And if you're a hard no, give me your red zone menu with DJ here and tell me how you feed O'Dunn's without messing up the run game. Drop it in the comments. This channel lives on blue collar truth, and I read everything. Hit subscribe, keep the bell on, and we'll track every wrinkle until the clock runs out. Bear down.